Hello, everybody. My name is Yuko, and I am a happiness marketer and a student of Course in Miracle. And I talk about lessons that I learned from A Course in Miracle and my take and my experience. So I hope you get something out of it. So today's lesson, I'm really excited about this, right? I really am excited about this. It's called I Do Not Perceive My Own Best Interest. I do not perceive my own best interest. How freaking awesome is this, right? I think this is going to be really fun. And one thing that I really liked from reading this today was, where is this? You had to be really, really honest with what you want. You had to be really honest with what you want for yourself, and right, in order for you to really dive into this, like you have to understand what I think my best interest is. But this is so good. Even when I was reading it like a couple of hours ago, and I was like, this is going to be really interesting, right? We don't do that. We don't do, at least I think I know what's best for me, but on what scale? In my past experience, or in my best version of myself, or what I think the best version of myself, or am I surrendering it to the God, the divine, the universe, and say like, okay, just give me whatever it is that you think it's the best for me, and channel it through me, because that's what we want, that's what I want for myself. But like, we're human, I'm human, and we forget to pray, we forget to surrender, we forget to talk to God throughout the whole entire day. And right, like, while we stop talking to God, well, from the time to time, and it could be just a matter of 5 minutes, but during the time you forget that, like, a lot of things happen, and your ego takes over. Is that like, oh my God, this person doesn't know anything about me, why is this person yelling at me, or why does this person think she knows what's best for me, right? Like, all these things comes up, and your ego in defensive mode, and all these things comes up, and by the time you realize, even in a matter of 5 minutes, you could be like, I think I know what's best for me, and this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna have a glass of wine, or like a piece of chocolate, or a whole entire pint of ice cream, right? So this is going to be really interesting. I do not perceive my own best interest. And like a little bit going back to what we talked about yesterday, or that was the day before yesterday, and it's about like, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. And our thoughts are so cute. Like, our thoughts are so cute, our minds are so cute, and the moment you realize that you're trying to protect like yourself, and like thanks, you're adorable. Like, whether that is a financial thing, right? Like, you wake up in the morning and say like, oh my God, how am I gonna pay for my bill? Or oh my God, how am I gonna supposed to find a job today? Oh my God, whatever that is coming up for you. When you take a moment and say like, thanks for trying to protect me. Right? Thanks for trying to protect me, mine, and you're really, really, really sweet. But I got this. And you really be able to trust, or you really be able to shift your perspective, shift your energy, and like really move forward from there. Okay, if I were divinely protected by God, then what's possible? If you're protected by divinely whatever that is for you, and then what's possible? And really allow yourself to give permission. And that's why I love writing journals in the morning, and like, it's shifting it. And okay, I think what's best for me, but what else is possible? And like, I think what people will say, like, what would Jesus do? And the other day I saw this like quotes on Pinterest, on Instagram, and saying like, what would Beyonce do? And I really love that. What would Beyonce do? If I were channeling my inner Beyonce or Sasha Fierce, and then what would I do? Like, would I be making the same choice? Would I be making like a phone call that I'm supposed to be making, or would I be taking the course? Would I be having the difficult conversation with this person? Like, what is it possible if I'm channeling that? What is possible? And trusting that what we think is best for us is only the part of it, and it may not be what's best for us, right? And so understand and really be honest with what you think is the best for you right at the moment. I think that's, if anything, it might be the hardest thing, because if you think about it, like you would come to think it's like, oh my god, it's so egotistic of me, or how selfish am I to think this way and that way, right? But it is okay. It totally is okay to think, because you think you're doing the best you can, and that's all we want to do. Like my coach used to say all the time, like you're not gonna make a mistake like intentionally. You're not gonna go and say, I'm gonna mess up my life the best way I can, and I'm gonna feel horrible throughout the whole entire day, and I'm gonna feel miserable all day. Nobody's gonna make an intention like that. Absolutely not. So like, everybody wants to have fun. Everybody wants to have a good life. Everybody wants to really be who you are and what you are, and thinking that they're really good enough and being loved. And that, I think that's what we want. So whenever we have those moments and like you get caught up in that, and we get to check in. We get to check in and bring in the habit and say, maybe that's the lesson, like A Course in Miracle. Maybe that is something else. Maybe that's a meditation. Maybe that's talking to your friend and say like, hey, I need something right now. I need some support. I need some hug. All right, I need some like checking right now. And you get to do that. You get to do that, and I get to do that, and I get to really practice that for myself too. So that's it for today. If you're studying the course, like keep studying or being in a practice. So like you don't just read it and just put that into the action, put that in application and apply that in your daily life. If you have other spiritual practice, go for it. If you're a meditator, keep meditating and do journaling, and try something else as well, and be open to having a new thing coming into your life. So today's lesson from A Course in Miracle is lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interest. And I love you, and I hope you're having a great day.